Roland Willits, Omen Stories, taking a really sharp aim into the center of the universe. Monday's radio show is about knives and swords.
Knives and swords?
Yes. I was thinking, knives and swords. Isn't a sword just sort of a big knife?
Yes.
It's only got one purpose, a sword, it seems.
What's that?
Cutting trees down?
I think you're confused with an axe.
Oh, well, Alexander the Great used it to cut a knot.
Yes, he did. Everybody had been trying to untie it for years, and he just went Indiana Jones style.
Yes, he did.
Yes.
So, swords are used. I really haven't found much of a purpose for them except killing people. But swords are pretty effective.
No, they use them in movies, like pirate movies, Pirates of the Caribbean. Everybody had a sword.
That's true, but what were they for?
They were for fighting sword fights.
Okay, without any result. No one got hurt, right? No one in the movie.
Well, the people were all dead. How could they get hurt? You can't hurt dead people. They're already dead.
That's the point.
Okay. You saw the movie.
I saw the movie. Yes, I saw the movie.
Okay, so swords do have something besides killing people.
Okay, the attempt to kill people.
Okay.
That's the other purpose. Okay.
That's right.
We covered it. We covered swords.
Kill or attempt to kill.
We covered.
Do you know, I watched the video that we did last week, and I noticed that I did all of the talking. And since I'm not really up on knives and swords, I'm going to leave most of the talking to you tonight. It's a plan.
I love it.
Okay.
How about the knives you bought for Mark?
Oh, our son, our youngest, I thought I wasn't going to do anything. That's not fair. Okay. Our youngest son collects knives, and we have purchased knives for him all over the world. Really cool ones. Some of them are just for show. Some of them are actual, authentic. We even went out of our way in, where was that knife place?
Tennessee.
We even went out of our way in Tennessee to go to a specific place that makes knives. That's all they do.
Big knife place.
Yes.
It was huge.
It was like 3 stories of knives.
Maybe
it
10
was really
stories.
difficult picking at Roland. It was really difficult picking out a knife because they had such variety and so many. It was difficult.
I know.
But when we go to Arizona to the rock show in Quartzsite.
Quartzsite, yes.
Yes. That Quartzsite Rock Show has become a gigantic flea market.
They have knives in it.
And they had a lot of knives there. Most of them were show knives. They weren't really authentic. But every once in a while you can find a gem.
Yes.
Hey, that was a funny. You can find a gem at the rock show.
Okay.
I didn't mean that to be that way, but it suddenly occurred to me.
If you got points, you gotta earn them.
Yes.
Okay, I mean you gotta take them. I just thought about it. Ta-da! Look at my knife.
Yes, a Swiss Army knife. That's about the 18th one we purchased for him because he continues to lose them.
Yes, but it has a
guess what? It has a toothpick.
It not only has a toothpick, it has tweezers.
It has a tweezers.
It has a nail file.
It's got everything a person would need, almost.
And it actually has 2 knife blades.
You know what I love?
The scissors. He actually trims his nails in the car with those little tiny itsy bitsy scissors. Yep.
I wouldn't want to try to whittle them off with a knife.
How about a sword?
A sword. I whittle them off with a sword. Have to be a pretty doggone sharp.
Yep.
Let's see more about knives. I've had knives since I was this high.
Why don't
They used to give me a knife when I was in the crib just to clean my teeth.
Anybody buying that? Anybody? Anybody? Okay, nobody's buying that.
No one's buying that? Oh.
Why don't you tell about Dad's pocket knife?
My dad had this pocket knife, about this big. It's just a plain pocket knife. It's a pocket knife. Well, I found a pocket knife in the tackle box. Dad's old tackle box. And I said, well, look at this. I got Dad's old knife. The old buck knife.
And David said,
Dave, my brother Dave, came up and he said, we were talking about knives one time. He says, you know, I got Dad's old buck knife. I says, oh, no, I do. He said, no, I do. So we went and compared notes. The only thing I could figure out is Dad had more than one buck knife.
yep, probably.
You know,
and it's still in the tackle box on the boat now.
You know, you waved last time too at the same person, and I got it on the video.
Adele, I waved at you on the last video, and now I've waved on you again.
It's Adele Thompson. Adele is a friend. She belongs to Toastmasters, and she comes and sees Old Men's Stories here in Pelican. So I just wanted to tell from the last time where the wave went. This isn't like the waves that they do at football games.
We could do that.
Not with knives.
Oh, no, not with knives. You're right. Okay.
No, so we went from my Super Blade to other kinds of knives that I've had.
Okay, go ahead. I haven't had any knives.
Well, one that I don't have, but Mark has. He's got this blade thing that he pulls out of his pocket and it flips open, really fancy, and he likes to show that off. Then I wonder how many trousers Stephanie's his wife, has to throw away because he's ripped the seams.
No, the knife actually doesn't open until you hit the pocket edge. That's what opens it.
Yeah.
He demonstrated it for me.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was weird.
Well, I thought it was weird to do it too. I thought, but it was.
Okay.
It was cool. It was cool.
Anyway, he has an old steamer trunk full of knives. He also has a couple of samurai swords.
Yes, he has swords.
But those are show. Those are
I
like
bought him that really authentic one from the Civil War. Yes.
Yes. We bought him a Civil War saber when we were in Albuquerque, Old Town Albuquerque, New Mexico. And it was in awful shape. It really needs a new handle. hilt, whatever you call that thing you hold on to, that part.
Okay. Do you remember my fishing knife that I bought? We were
yeah, when we were at Crescent City.
Yes, we were at Crescent City. We were going fishing for the day.
And suddenly realized that we did not have
A knife.
a knife. So Roland went to the local sporting goods store and was looking at knives. And he actually purchased a fillet knife. It's a really, I still have it. I use it in the kitchen. But when they asked him what he was going to use it for, he said,
Peanut butter.
everybody in the store fell out
They
laughing.
were all fishermen. I said, yes, it has to, and I'll do a practice spread before I buy it. I was really going to use it for fishing after I used it for my peanut butter sandwich. Did I ever use it for a peanut butter sandwich?
I hope not. It was about, the blade's about that thick. I mean, that thin. You all know what a fillet knife looks like. It just goes to a point, it's sort of curved a little.
Women know a lot about knives.
Kitchen knives, yes, because we chop things with them.
I notice that. I go over there and they say, well, women aren't very, destructive. And I go look and all of them have this big wooden thing with these knives, like 15 or 20 of them in there.
Mostly they're steak knives. There's a bread knife, there's a vegetable knife, there's paring knife, there's a general in-between knife.
They are weapons?
There's a butcher. Well, they can be if you piss us off. But mainly, no, they're for cooking.
Well, I remember taking the knives out of the kitchen and going out and using them to play Mumbly Pig.
Your mom's, not mine.
I know. We got the knives back in time and fixed them up pretty good. And then we would do splits with knives when we were young. You'd take the knife and you'd hold it, and you'd throw the first one down, and then you'd have one foot in place and you move to the knife thing. Okay, and then you would grab the knife and you'd do it, and then you do it to the other. Ouch! Ouch! Well, that's what happened every once in a while. I hurt myself.
This is a very professional show. Honest.
That was sharp.
He'll cut that part out when he edits it.
No, I won't. That's good. That shows. That shows. That shows. That shows. Do you have any scars from knives?
Yes, I do.
Want to show me your scars? You show me your scars, I'll show you mine. Wow, it just happened.
Now, that's the one that you actually preordained. Is that the word I want?
Oh, preordained is some religious thing.
Oh, never mind. It wasn't religious at all. It was an experience, though. We were having a cookout. My son wanted to have a cookout because we bought him a brand new barbecue thing.
Yes.
And for Christmas. And he wanted to have this big cookout, and he asked me to slice the tomatoes and the onions. Well, I sliced the tomatoes and they were perfect. Everything was great. But when I was slicing the onions, they were a little firm. And I am so smart that I was holding the onion and cutting this way. Well, the knife was extremely sharp. And it cut a pretty good gash in there. We had to go to the hospital and have stitches.
Yeah, only, what, two or three? Two?
Two.
2 stitches.
Don't make it worse than it was.
But you're battle hardened now.
I am battle hardened. And what's really nice is now this cut matches that cut.
And how did that cut happen?
That cut happened when I was really, really young and I jumped over a log and fell on a broken bottle.
Oh, okay. No knives? Okay, I thought you were practicing on that one. So you could do this one well.
No, you were watching that show when we were at Honda and you saw that lady cooking and she was messing with knives and you said, what?
She keeps slicing, she's gonna get herself.
See? He said that. And the next day, guess who got themselves?
That was preordained.
What I said. And there's nothing religious about it.
I don't know. It sounds
aside from the words that I use.
Yeah, it sounds religious to me, boy.
Yeah.
So, we've looked at knives in our lives. I like that. I'm a poet.
Yes, well.
I gotta do a poem to knives in our lives.
Okay.
Sometime.
Not on the air.
Not on the air?
No, give it some thought.
Do I do poetry?
Yes, you do.
Ah.
He wrote a one-page poem about our travels, and we now refer to him as Walt Whitman because the one page became all 50 states. One page for each state of our travels, and they were excellent poems.
Yes. They were conversations between you and I. Do we have any about knives?
Not that I remember, except do you want to buy this for Mark, or I think Mark would like that either. We don't really talk about weapons much.
Yeah. Well, knives have been forever for me. But
Did you finish your mumbly peg story after you...
Oh, yeah, you keep doing it, and you try not to hit your toe. Because you throw it down, then you put your foot out to it.
Oh, that's smart.
I know, you keep going out, and the other person keeps going out, and you have to reach down, but like the one who falls because they stretch out too far loses. Or the one that can't reach the knife loses.
So did you lose a lot?
No.
You won?
No.
Did you cheat?
No.
How'd you win?
I don't remember what I did.
Oh, I see.
But I played it. I played it a few times. It was one of those games where usually when we were that young, we were barefoot.
Okay.
So
that made me cringe.
So you were all bleeding. Sometimes you fudge and say, I guess I can't reach.
Yep, that sounds like you.
Good night, Gracie.
I'm not doing it. I did it last week. I felt like an idiot.
Thank you.
Good night, Gracie.
Thank you.
Old Men Stories returning home after a sharp stint in the universe.